Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Catch My Bag podcast, where being black and gay is definitely okay. This podcast was created to give African American gay men an outlet to express, debate, and give our opinion on today's pop culture, political, and life views. I'm your boy Jay. So I have with me Chef Vaughn.
Hey.
Then I have the amazing Torian.
What's going on?
And last but certainly not least, I have Mr. Los.
What's going on?
You guys ready?
Yes.
Cool.
Started.
So, I wanted to start this podcast off with talking about a subject or topic that we're all familiar with, right? We're all black. We're all gay. At least I think we are.
That depends.
How do you feel? Do you feel acceptance, or how is it, being black and being gay? Does our community really accept us? What are some struggles we face, right? I don't really like to compare and contrast, but, there is something there, right? It's difficult being gay and black in America. So, do you guys feel accepted by your communities?
I don't think, I want to say, it's kind of a gray area because I would say it's kind of acceptance, and then it's also some sort of tolerance. I think it's more of, we're in 2019, we're not in the old days anymore. So it's more so, I'm cool with you being gay, just respect my boundaries. But then I also feel like it's more tolerated than it's accepted.
Okay.
I would agree with that. I think acceptance, it's a challenge, right? Because in your family, for many of us, for myself, I'm accepted in my family by those that I care about and that I love. Other folks that I'm not really concerned about don't really matter to me. But if we're talking about on a societal level, I don't think that as a whole the community is accepted. Yeah. I think, to Los's point, I think we are tolerated, but overall I don't think that we are truly accepted.
Yeah, I agree.
And why do you think we're just tolerated? Is that has something to do with some of us, because I'm talking to straight men and straight women where they think the Bible, right? Let's bring religion into it. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve.
All right.
Things like that. What are your views on that? Because I'll tell you this, I do feel as though, there is, I think black lesbians are more accepted than us.
Well, we know why that is, though.
And why do you think that is?
Because it's like a fantasy, right? Mm-hmm. To have two women be together, right? That's quote unquote sexy. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Seeing two men be together, that's disgusting. That's gross. That's unless you listen, okay? Not in my experience, right? So I think that's a part of it.
Yeah, because it's not sexy when they have hairy bushes.
From the religious standpoint, I feel like if the people that use religion, if they want to say gay is a sin in the Bible or whatever the case is, which is man written, so it is what it is. I think it's also a sin to wear weave. It's a sin for women to wear pants. It's a sin to wear jewelry. So if we go through all the sins, it's
everybody has committed a sin.
Exactly. So it's no greater sin. There's no sin that outweighs another sin. Right. So
no greater
that's
sin.
all I'll say for the whole religious standpoint of it all.
Right.
I think more so when they think about men, I feel like it's like they categorize us with being gay. So it's like when they see gay and it's like feminine, then you have masculine.
Yeah.
So it's like when they categorize us, it's like, okay, I could tolerate the masculine one, but the feminine one I'm not going to deal with.
Right.
So it's like when they put us into those categories, they're not looking at us as a person. They're looking at us as feminine, masculine.
Yeah.
So we fall in society like that, opposed to where, again, like Torian said, lesbians, they can be masculine, they can be feminine, but also, like he said, it's a fantasy.
Yeah.
A lot of men want to see two women, do that or whatever, but when they see two men, it's like, why is it so much degrading more than what they're doing?
Yeah.
Okay, we're bumping, but they're bumping also.
Yeah.
So, like, what is the, what's the big issue?
And I think it comes down to judgment as well, right? Yeah. Like, if I was to see a lesbian with a straight girl, I wouldn't think they're fucking, right?
Right.
But if I was to see a feminine or someone that I knew was gay with a straight male,
Yep.
I'm instantly fucking him or he's gay.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a double standard there, and I don't think
Absolutely.
it's fair because I've lost friendships like that, right? Where, they'll say, you're cool, da 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 da, like, we converse, we do, whatever. But the minute someone sees us or there's a joke made within their group or something like that, all bets are off.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I agree with that. Right. A couple things. So to your last point, if I could share this. So Jay and I grew up together, right? And I always knew that Jay was gay. And so I would stay away from Jay. Like, literally, we would not have a relationship because I knew that he was gay. It wasn't until I started to come into my own self and identify that I was gay and be comfortable with that and be good with that, that he and I started having a relationship and blossoming to the relationship that we have today. So a part of that is that shame and that stigma that is attached to us, right? A part of that also is that Black gay men are often sexualized.
Yes.
We are looked at as sexual beings, right? All we want to do is have sex and it's all about sex for us. When in reality, it's really not about that. It's the deeper emotional connection that we have, right? To go back to the religion part of it, right? For me, I don't think that homosexuality is a sin, right? I believe it's a sin to not be who God created you to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If God created you to be gay,
then that's what
and
do.
you are not openly exhibiting that and exercising that and authentically, then you are living in sin. Because what you're saying is that the thing that God created is not good enough, and everything that God creates is good. It's perfect. It's great. Right? And so anything outside of who or what you were created to be, to me, is a sin. Mm-hmm. Homosexuality is not a sin. God created me this way. He knew I was going to be this way. He designed me this way. Therefore, it's not a sin.
Right. So let me back up a little bit because I want to go back to what you were saying. We're more than friends. Me and Tori are more than friends. We are cousins. We're family. And back when I was a child or back in, high school days or whatever, yes, he did not speak to me. Like, I could distinctly remember I saw him at Six Flags with one of his friends, and he did not speak to me, right? And I think I've always struggled with, now, Tori, you're like an activist, and you're, you fight for gay rights, and you do all this stuff. And sometimes, I don't want to be a hypocrite because I am a person that says you can't really live in the past. You can't judge people on their past, right? You can't hold someone in the past. But I also think, like, sometimes people forget how it is, and maybe we're getting off topic, but how it is or how they felt before coming out, before, this. So it's just funny seeing you, like, feel so strongly about certain things, knowing, like, what it was back in the day. Right. But nevertheless.
But I don't think it's off topic because I think it also goes to that acceptance piece that we initially talked about, right? Mm-hmm. Because I didn't feel like I would be accepted coming out.
Right.
I wanted to start shy away from and not deal with what I knew was happening with myself.
Right.
And to the point earlier, hanging around people who either or is perceived as gay, you are automatically gay by association.
Yeah.
And so because I was running away from that because I had a fear of not being accepted, it was easier for me to just not associate with you because I didn't want people to see me like, oh, Torian must be gay because he's hanging with you.
Or especially in that part when you're not ready to come out.
Right.
And you're still trying to find the comfortable standpoint where you can come out and be yourself. So when you see somebody else living their life, you quickly just be like, oh, I'm not going to associate myself with that. I'm not going to associate myself with that. But then when you actually start coming out and you start bringing yourself out, you realize, oh, this was, maybe I should have done it sooner than later. But you make sure you're comfortable at your point to come out.
But I wasn't wearing panties or anything like that.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
Might have had a little bra for Jim.
No. I just had a little bit of acne. That's it. Oh, my God. So, Chef Vaughn, coming from your Jamaican background, right? I want to say it's a culture within the culture, right? So, how do you feel? Do you feel accepted by your community?
Okay, so everyone knows it's not a secret that Jamaicans really don't like homosexuality, for those that's been to Jamaica or whatever the case is. But for me, I had a different experience. Like, coming out with my family was like, okay, we already knew you were gay. I was always really, really comfortable in my skin. I was fortunate to have siblings and a mom that always made me feel really, really comfortable. Right. And my brother displayed what a real man is. A real man is a man that's comfortable to live in his truth. A real man is not going to be, he's not going to feel any kind of way because there's a gay man around him. It's not taking away from his sexuality or adding to his sexuality.
Yeah.
But to get back to your point about, do I feel accepted by the community? I mean, no, because it's clearly it's not. But it's also because what a lot of people don't know is that religiously, Jamaican is the island that has, per square mile, the most churches anywhere. Like, religion is huge in Jamaica. So it's like, coming from those people, I guess I get it to a certain extent, but, it's definitely not accepted.
How do you feel when you go back home, though?
I go back home as a tourist. Okay. So, I really go, and I stay on the resort, and, you hear whispers the same way you hear whispers when you go downtown Newark. You hear whispers, most of the time, I've learned from my experience that some of the loudest whispers are just men that's uncomfortable with their own sexuality.
Now.
Or just men that might be whispering in your ear had it be a different circumstance. Yeah. Sometimes some of the men that are the most homophobic in my life that I've experienced are the same men that years later, like, oh, let me talk to you for a minute. So it's like,
what you say?
Let me talk to you for a minute.
You broke it down in slang. Let me talk to you for a minute.
Patois.
Come here, girl.
But, that's how I've experienced it. But, to go back to Torian's point, gay is not what everyone perceives it to be. It's not as black and white as everyone likes to, make it. It's very gray. You have different types of gay people. You have all kind of people. So depending on the person, it will depend upon their experience. For me, I was more of a respectful person. I'm not going to push my sexuality off on other people. I'm going to respect your grounds. I'm not going to come on to you. I'm not going to want to suck your dick or no shit like that.
Right now.
Just saying.
Well, now
these are the assumptions. You get around the straight and it's like, you want to suck my dick? You have a drink, it's like, you want to suck my dick? Like, no,
it's
I don't.
No, can we just sit together?
Can we watch a video?
But Netflix and chill is serious.
Now it is.
Sometimes, like you said, that question may be leading into something. What somebody may really want you to do.
Yeah. And, I think you brought up a good point. I don't think gay people are gay black males or even just gay men. I don't think they're innocent. I think sometimes we bring it on ourselves too, because
some of us,
I will say some of us, because I know gay men that know these men are not gay, they are straight, they're this,
and they go for
them. And sometimes it definitely just it causes them to put up a wall, and you are treated now like they put all gay people in the same category because this person was a little bit more gullible and this person had a little bit more, oh, I want you, I do want to suck your dick. Or, oh, no one has to know.
Until you piss me off.
Okay.
Then a screenshot. Screenshot of the
now
inbox.
You want to be outing. Yeah, let me tell you about your baby father. Let me tell you about
my
yours.
God.
Wish us respectful gays don't out. We don't out.
Yeah, I mean,
Your business is your business.
Outing somebody is not. I don't think you gain anything from that.
It's
Personally.
no brownie points. It just throws the dagger more and more at us.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like when you do that, it's like,
It personifies
okay,
the
so
ignorance.
I had a crush on Torian, but I'm not going to tell him now because Jay
more.
threw.
I was about to say, you telling me something?
Oh no, not like that.
What's going on here?
I'm just saying, most gay people, they'll do like, they'll have this, they'll have their fun, their little soiree with a straight man or whatever, and then it's like, okay, well, I liked it. So now they go away, they go and do it again. It's like, okay, now I'm attracted to this one, but now this one just outed me. So it's like, okay, now I'm going to put them in the category with everybody else. I don't like gay people.
But do
gay
we
people
also
is this.
do we believe that having one experience makes you gay?
No.
No.
Do we? Because like I don't.
You can have 20 experiences and that still don't make you gay.
You still don't consider yourself gay. Right.
Sex is sex.
Yes.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Individually, we add value to sex.
Yep.
Sex is a physical thing, right? If your penis, when being stimulated, does not get hard, you may want to go see a doctor about that. That's called erectile dysfunction.
That's the ED. Yep.
Okay? So, at the end of the day, if there's a woman or a man there that's stimulating your penis,
Yep.
your penis is going to get erect.
no matter man,
No matter
If-
male or
Male or
female.
woman.
If you continue to stimulate it, it should ejaculate. It should come. If not, then you may want to go see a doctor.
if
There
you
may be
RSVP,
something
you
that
gotta
is
come.
Well, some
right.
some people don't come now.
Yeah.
It's true because
Well,
there is
okay.
a mind
I had
component to
one.
it.
That's called
You're right.
ecstasy. Check.
There is definitely a mind component to it, but my point is that at the end of the day, people have sex because it just literally. I want ejaculation. I want to come.
You want the big finish.
And then there's other people like, come on, if I'm in jail for the rest of my life
Yeah,
and I'm only there with a guy,
yeah,
I mean, you know what I mean?
yeah.
I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Yeah.
It's not so no. You can have sex with whoever you want to, and that does not necessarily describe who you are as a person.
Yeah, I think there's a huge population or percentage of people that will definitely disagree with you guys.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm saying you guys, but I think again here we go with the double-edged sword, right? I know a plethora of women that have
had
at least
experiences with other women.
one experience on a drunk night or just like whatever, and they are no means a lesbian.
Right.
like
Right.
they are not lesbian at all. But I do.
Yeah.
I think it's a double-edged sword
Yeah.
with men because I think with sex, I like to study sex. So I do think that, if you try things one time, it doesn't make you gay. But if you liked it and you find yourself attracted to trans women or, gay men or whatever, like.
So I think it goes back to the point though about being over-sexualized.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
In order for me to be gay, I have to have a deeper attraction, an emotional, a spiritual connection or
male.
desire for the
So-
same sex,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
If I'm just having sex with you because I just want to get a nut off,
off.
that doesn't make me gay.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think that's
Makes you
also part
horny.
of right. And that also makes me a part of like
I don't know
that
about
that
that.
feeds to what we talked about before about acceptance, right? And like that stigma that is attached to gay men, like, oh, it's all just about sex for you. Like, no, I'm gay because I genuinely have a love for a man, to be with a man that connection is deeper. You know what I mean? Not necessarily because I can have sex with a woman. I could have sex with a woman right now, but I would never want to be with a woman. I love women, but I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with a woman.
I think that's a little over exaggerated.
I
Like if
kinda
I
have sex
get
with a woman
horny
right now.
if I get horny,
Not right now.
and my thing is to go to a man repeatedly, I do think that means you're gay.
Okay,
but sex is a
I-
spectrum.
I feel like everyone has a preference. I feel like this. I feel like you can have sex with men and women, but if you prefer, if men is your go-to, then I think you are kind of gay.
So
Like-
what do you think about the don't knock it till you try it? And it's either two ways after that. Either you're going to try it and it's not for you, or you're going to try it and keep going.
I believe in the don't knock it till you try it.
Because I feel like I have had plenty of experiences with men who, I never thought about it before, or I never did this, whatever, like that case is. But then it's like, I'm not going to knock it until I try it. So it's like, okay, but I'm not going to be you're the one that you try it on.
Right,
Yes.
I ain't gonna be a guinea pig.
Yeah, you're not going to be I'm not going to be your lab experiment because you want to try something. And then in the event, it goes, it's not because the sex was bad or it was because you was ugly. It's just because that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like with the don't knock it till you try it rule, I will give the benefit of the doubt for that. Because it has happened. Just like if one of us, never had sex with a woman and we go to the woman, it's like, it wasn't bad, but it's just not my thing. So it's like, that doesn't make me straight now.
Yeah.
So it's like when I go and I, deal with a man, it's like, I never thought about that. Or even with like Chef Vaughn and the culture, it's like some of them could have two wives. Some of them are only supposed to be women, whatever the case is like that. And it's like, I never thought about it, but I'll do it. And it's like, when I do it, it doesn't make me gay. It's just that, okay, it's not for me, on to the next. Now, when you do it and you want to keep going, I mean, maybe it's something you like. And then again, it goes to some people just like sex. It does not be it's never no mental attraction, love attraction, anything like that. It's just, I'm getting my nut, you getting your nut. We going about our separate ways.
We're just hoes.
Yeah, some people just like sex.
Sexually fluent.
Listen,
Yes.
if you can suck a good dick,
Suck a good dick.
okay, and you are sucking my dick better than my girlfriend,
Okay.
Ooh.
I may just come to you to suck my dick.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's how they get you.
Yep.
That's how they get you.
They get you like that all the
They
time.
get you, because you suck a good dick. At some point, it becomes more than just sucking dick. I don't
know about that one.
Maybe.
Maybe,
no, 'cause
maybe,
I don't know about
the
that
air
one.
quote, maybe.
Because some of us enjoyed giving fellatio. Because it's levels to this shit. So some people, if you don't enjoy doing it, then you're not going to do a good job at it.
Yeah.
So if you enjoy doing it, then you're going to kind of put a different feeling and emotion behind sucking a dick. That is going to kind
I mean,
of...
a dick is a dick. But I mean, everybody ain't got good dick. Everybody don't have good dick. Cause sometimes
everybody don't got
quick.
and everybody don't got everybody don't got suckable dick.
Okay.
Like
Right, that's like eating
my God.
one of your flavored lollipops. I like cherry all the time. I might test the strawberry. I might get them, and that be it. But
cherry's my go-to.
Cherry's my go-to. Cherry my go-to. I like the bubblegum flavor. I don't like pineapple flavor. I mean, it goes to like not even. You have some men who don't like with the thing how now all of a sudden all these straight men like their ass eating.
Hello, somebody.
They've been liking
So,
their ass eating.
I think
My
That's
thing
something
is,
that's been-
it's like they like their ass eating. It's like, okay, but you want me to eat your ass, but you're not going to eat mine. So we got to give tick for tack. If you want me to sucky, you got to eaty.
But I think that goes because that's selfish,
You gotta look at
That
the
is
right?
very
You gotta look
So,
at
but
the
I know straight people that have selfish lovers too.
I'm not going to get down there and eat your coochie if you're not going to suck my dicky. I mean, it's not
Well,
going
let
to
me tell
work.
you,
I don't think it's- I don't think
you
it's-
better nut before I nut.
And that's the name of the
I'm
game. The name of the
selfish.
game
Don't
is
touch me afterwards.
Don't touch me. I can't believe
Get
I
off of
did
me,
this.
okay?
Ew.
Yep.
Oh my
Excuse
God.
me, give me that rag. Let me go to the bathroom, clean myself off.
Come on, Rag.
Okay? Let me grab my car keys and exit stage left.
Right.
Gotta go.
That's right on the side of the bed.
Okay.
The close
And I'm
rag.
going over there with slippers and sweatpants with no underwear because I don't need to be trying to put on 5 pieces afterwards.
Trying to find your underwear.
Okay.
Right.
Have you done that before?
Yes, trying to
I've
look.
lost my underwear.
I've had underwear taken out. I feel it's just like
I left with about a sock missing. I mean, come on, somebody.
Oh,
listen,
my God.
I leave my wallet in the glove department.
That I do.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
I will leave all of my belongings because
Yep.
I am just that scary person. It's just like, no, you
I
will
ain't
not
that
know
scary.
where I
I'm just
live.
not trying to leave nothing
Oh,
behind.
no. See, I'm scary.
His girlfriend may be coming home later.
Right, exactly.
not the girlfriend.
Right, you won't be popping up at my house.
Okay.
No, man.
Knocking at the door. Hello.
Wait, so you're dating men that have girlfriends?
Okay.
Oh, that I was gonna go back to that.
No. Okay. Let's put it this way. I don't date men who have girlfriends. Now, if I come into this situation,
Men date you that got girlfriends.
right? If I come into this situation, no. If I come into this situation and I don't know that you have a girlfriend, and I don't know that we done had maybe 1 or 2, soirees, whatever cases, and then I find out all of a sudden, like, why is these panties in your drawer? Let me find out you're a cross-dresser.
Oh, Lord.
But come to find out,
Not the
you
panties.
have a girlfriend with a baby. It's like, now I'm going to push you away because you failed to disclose to me that you still play with pussy.
But do you feel like they failed to disclose to you, or do you feel like you failed to give it enough time? Because my rule has been since I was about 22. Give any man 3 months, and you're gonna know everything you need to know about him. Rather you should fuck him or not.
Sometimes you ain't got 3 months. Sometimes that nut be that nut in 3 hours.
Ooh.
I mean,
No.
30. You got sometimes it's there. So I'm just saying in the instincts, you're never gonna know everything about somebody.
True.
Like that,
True,
because
true,
at the end of the
true.
day, we have all, I'm sure, had one of them that you never knew they had this girl. We're gonna move from girlfriend to the wife with the ring.
Oh no, I knew you had. I knew you had a wife. I didn't know you had no kids.
They come afterwards, but
do your homework.
So you would date a man or fool around with a man that had a wife?
if I knew, no.
Fool around with a man that had a wife. And this is gonna sound fucked up. I'm just gonna say it. Okay.
No judgment. No judgment.
No, I didn't take any vows. And at the end of the day, this is what people fail to realize. When your husband steps out, that chick or that man that he's sleeping with, they ain't take no vows. They wasn't there when you guys got married. They ain't signed no paperwork. They not fucking nothing up. That's your husband fucking it up.
Okay.
Now, if your husband decides to step out, good dick is good dick.
Okay.
So I mean, it is what it is. But knowingly, no, I would not sleep with a married man. If I knew that he was married, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
So-
But if he failed to disclose the information and
That's something
it
different.
happened, then it's
Yes.
different.
But would you ignore the signs?
If there are no
But that's
signs,
but that's what I'm saying. I don't know
So,
the
y'all be
signs.
knowing.
Or
Y'all be
once
knowing.
Not all the
once you've
time.
known about it, would you continue to do it?
You do it once or twice because you feel bad. Until you feel bad, then you don't do it no more.
because
yes.
my thing is, it's like if you're married at home or you have a significant other in house, if you have to step out and get your sexual kinks
Kicks.
off outside of the house, that means what you have household is not what you want. I kind of feel like that because it's a lot of married men who put that foot outside the back door, and they go run around and get in Bobby card and then come through the front door and sit with Maria.
I think that this is a man's world, and to most of these men, enough is never enough.
Never
it
enough.
doesn't matter how.
Even
it
for a
doesn't-
gay male.
Even for gay men,
Even
like that's
for
what I'm
gay
saying.
men.
This is the man's. We have gay men that hold top positions in a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
And sometimes we reach for the stars, knowing we only can get the cloud. But
Oh,
we just gonna keep pushing.
that champagne tastes with a bare budget.
Okay.
now you know.
Oh my God.
All right,
You can't
now.
get that Dom, get that Budweiser and
Yeah.
fall back.
Yeah.
You going to Sonics before happy hour,
Yeah.
knowing that milkshake is $8.
Yeah.
You might want to wait till it's $2.99.
Oh, not the Sonics, child.
Okay.
So I would personally never. I would try not to date or fool around with a man that is married or in a relationship. I would want someone to send my husband or my boyfriend back to me, unfucked.
Okay, so if you were dating a guy, right? Well, you met this guy and everything just seemed so like good, and you asked the questions, the regular questions that we normally ask, and
Questions
then-
like what? What's those questions?
like
we
those
ask?
those immediate questions for me is when was the last time you was tested?
Oh yeah.
That's the first question. I mean, first name, we don't got a last name basis. Just tell me your real name. Whatever case is like that. And then you go into somebody this person's house. It's no sign of marriage, kids, anything like that. And then all of a sudden y'all date and 2, 3 months, 4 months down the line, you find out he has a whole wife and kids.
Or you find out that that house you went to was not even his house.
It's not even his house. How would you feel? Would you still feel guilty, or would you feel like it happened?
No, I'm nosy, bitch. I be looking at pictures. When you going to clean yourself off, I'm in your drawer. I am a nosy bitch.
Looking for the second condom.
I'm looking. I'm like,
Right.
oh, this
pack had
bed
3.
was made up. You did
Look.
not make up this bed. No. This is
Looking for the
Right.
second coming.
Yeah, no. I'm
The
looking.
second
I will
comment.
even look in the dirty clothes hamper. Don't play with
I'm not
me.
digging in
For
the
me,
dirty
there's,
clothes
for me,
hamper.
there's certain signs of femininity. There's certain signs that there's a woman around. Like if your house is too put together, there's a woman. Like,
Technically, no.
men put together. Men put like leather and.
Because
like,
I like a clean dish.
I'm not
and
about clean.
I like a clean dish.
I'm not about clean.
That-
I'm talking about if you go into the bathroom and there's a whole set that matches the shower curtain.
I mean, people like that.
That's real stereotypical.
Yes,
that
it
is
is,
a,
right?
that
Maybe
is
his
a
sister did the interior
stereotype.
design for
No,
him.
he did it. He just put on that facade like I'm macho man. You
or
walk up in there,
someone.
you know,
Yeah.
feel like a woman.
No, and I believe in karma instantly.
Yes.
Me too.
You know, and
Me too.
it's happened to me.
Me
Well,
too.
maybe that's why I'm still single.
Clearly. but you know,
karma do come around.
it do come around, and
do come
I
around.
put myself, because you know I don't know if I want to get married one day, but if I do, you know, I think like I don't want this foolishness.
Okay.
You know?
But the
So
foolishness
with
is
the
going to
question-
always be here
Hell,
because
shit.
at the end of the day, the sanctity of marriage is ruined. Social media has ruined the sanctity of marriage.
But I think that I don't think social media has. I think that's up to your partner.
Yes, that's
I
a
think,
personal
you know,
thing.
if you allow that stuff to
right, the maturity of your partner.
yes, to you know,
it's just
mess
now.
up your marriage.
I just feel like you
I
have
don't-
social media that adds into it.
It definitely makes it easier.
Like-
Social media definitely makes cheating, makes
Easier.
stepping
into
outside, all of those things. It
Sliding
makes
your
it very
DM,
easy.
You might post a shirtless pic. Let me tell you something. Sex sells, okay? Because people got followers, and it ain't the followers ain't just followers.
Yeah.
They're followers because they done showed the tick,
Or a dick print.
a dick print, or ass shot. You know, I mean, it is what it
You
is.
could get me with a dick print, child. I'll be-
You might give me with an ass shot too. Let me smack that, turn that.
Flip that.
Okay, put that on the plate with some syrup.
I don't know what on the plate now.
Sarah.
That's some
Bitches
sticky.
be having cavities.
A little sweet tooth.
Yeah. Tooth be hurting.
Okay. I ain't talking about no Aunt Jemima's. I'm talking about that Nesquik.
Oh Lord.
Oh my God. Thanks guys for tuning in to Catch My Bag podcast. We'll be back. Hey guys, you're locked and loaded into Catch My Bag podcast. Follow us on all social media sites at Catch My Bag podcast.